And just a friendly reminder, if you are looking for science-based powerlifting programming, look no further than the Team Rohr training app. You can find the link to it in the episode description and also get 25% off of your first month using discount code all capital PL Ballads podcast. Happy training.
Welcome to episode 221. How are you, Josh?
We're back.
You've been dying to say that, haven't you?
I have. I was thinking about it. What can I say? What can I say? I'm good. How about you?
I'm good. I'm good. Everything's pretty quiet here except for the train that's in the background. I hope you're not even hearing that. So
Nope. Don't
good.
hear it.
Okay. All right.
Nope.
Yeah, so it's been a while. What's happened
Yeah.
since we've talked?
Well, part of the reason we weren't doing any podcasts is like we had childcare issues, right? And we finally, and then, I don't know why I'm talking about it here. Nobody cares, but we finally have somebody coming in like 2 weeks.
Oh, good.
So my life will hopefully be back to normal then. So
Right.
we figured we'd get this one in. I don't know if we'll get one in next week, but we'll try. And in a couple weeks, we should be back to normal in theory, whatever
What is
whatever that
normal?
means. Yeah.
Yeah, normal is a cycle on the washing machine.
Yep.
There is no normal.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Good. Anyway,
Wait,
well, I
say,
know,
hold on. Say
wait,
normal again.
normal.
Okay, you said it. You said it normal.
Oh, did I
It.
say not?
I,
Not? Did I say it
I
with
don't
a
know what you
New
said.
England accent? I don't
I
even know.
think yeah. I heard something like bathroom, but it
Yeah,
wasn't.
well,
Yeah.
it sneaks out sometimes.
Is this bad? I'm like giddy right now. Like, oh, we're recording again. I get
Look,
to
look,
talk to
it's
Lara.
Josh. I know, right? I mean, this is really just how I talk to you. Like I don't we don't have much contact outside of this podcast anymore, so
Yeah, we
you
don't get
know?
out much.
No. No. And we're in opposite areas of the country and yeah,
Yep.
there's that too. So
There's that too.
yeah, but I mean, I was thinking about this the other day. I was like, I kind of miss Josh. It's like ever since my first meet, like we've been pretty much in contact like multiple times a week, usually. And since I kind of stopped competing, it's been like through this podcast. So, but it's been like 15 years, Josh.
I know it's been a minute. Was it
Maybe not 15.
2011,
It was
2012,
2011, I believe,
2011? Yeah.
end of 2011. So,
Yeah.
yeah. And we started this podcast in 2020, I think. So,
Something like that.
like what?
Yeah.
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 Crazy. And we
Yeah.
still have two listeners.
Yeah.
Oh well, that's okay. Okay.
At some
Just
point I'll
normal.
actually look at the analytics and see how many we actually have. Like,
Yeah. Would that matter? Would we do anything different?
no, definitely not.
So,
Oh, I had somebody, I and this is probably like shooting myself in the foot, but somebody emailed us about sponsoring the podcast,
nice.
and I didn't really read the email. I just like, well, we're not really. I mean, here's the thing. Like, we could do that, but I feel like I don't want to listen to ads on a
Mm,
podcast. And
no.
two, I'm not going to endorse anything I haven't really used or like believe in
Right.
myself. So
Right.
I guess if
Uh,
they want to send a bunch of free stuff for me to actually use and give an honest opinion, I will. It was a nutrition company, I think.
Right.
But
Unbiased, unjaded. Here
yeah,
we are.
because yeah,
Mm,
the money thing, I'm not going to take money to advertise something that I
right.
think is shit. So if your stuff is shit, don't send it because I will, no matter how much you pay me, I will say it's shit.
Hey, I think there's worth to that. So
Yeah.
there you go. So
Anyway,
we have a recap of the Team Rohr weekend.
yeah, I mean, it's been so long ago. Like I
Mm,
was going to kind of mention like the few things that stood out. The Saturday night we didn't do karaoke. That was one of the things, but there's a reason. We didn't do it because like we went downtown and like had some music, listened to some live music and drinks and stuff. So when we got home, it's kind of later in the afternoon. Everybody was a little bit tired, so we just like hung out in Wade's bar. He has this massive bar of just bourbons and whiskeys and everything, and he has a big TV with like a really good sound system. So he just started playing like all this 80s music on that, like super loud. So we were all singing, so it was a kind of karaoke sing
right.
along type thing, but it was a lot of fun. And then at some point, um, Well, I guess before that, so we had gone downtown and we're listening to live music. We had the girls with us, like Emma and Ella, the young kids, and it was a little bit too much for them as it started getting later. So we came home. Some of the others stayed out, and at some point, like basically, I don't know how it happened, but Hope said, or like they were on their way back and asked if we needed anything, and then Hope out of nowhere is like, "Yeah, stop at Walmart and pick up stuff so I can make cookies." Like what?
And they did.
And they did, yeah.
Oh,
And everybody like
okay.
was, Hope's chocolate chip cookies are pretty amazing, so
They
it was
they are
worth it. But at the time, everybody's like, "What the hell? Like, why am I going to the grocery store for this?" But it
So
was definitely worth it.
did she make cookies at 2 a.m.?
Yeah, it was like late in the middle of the night. It wasn't two. It was
She didn't
like
wait till the next morning, is
yeah, it
what
was
I'm
like
asking.
immediate. Yeah, it wasn't. Yeah,
Oh,
it was. I don't know
okay.
what time it was, but it was somewhere between 10 p.m. and 2 a.m. Yeah,
All right.
so
So, I
it was
mean,
good.
valid.
Yeah, and
So this
then
is what happens when powerlifters get together.
yeah, it was a good time though. We all got to train. We mic'd up Wade, so he's got a lot of good sound bites on there that I'm gonna have to like edit into the video at
Nice.
some point.
All right.
Wade's deep voice wisdom always is cool.
Right, right. Yeah, he could be the Samuel L. Jackson of the powerlifting world, that voice.
Yeah, I'm tired of these mother effing
James Earl Jones.
yeah whatever snakes on a plane.
But did anyone end up in a singlet?
No, but a lot of people ended up in a bench shirt for the first time.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
So I took a bunch of my gear up, and we had a few people that they were gear curious. So we put them in a bench shirt and let them work out.
I like that. I like that term, gear curious. And I think that's the worst way, actually, to get them into any type of gear is a bench shirt.
Oh,
It's
we
awful.
made sure it wasn't super tight. We didn't want it to be a bad experience. I think everybody was pretty this is interesting. We should talk about this more.
Hmm. I approve.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it was fun. Josh
Okay.
Jr. came. That was kind of
Oh,
a last minute cool thing.
Ashley.
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah,
because
I
some people
guess
won't know what that
yeah.
who Josh Jr.
And
is.
the way my memory is, if I keep calling her Josh Jr., it's gonna be like I'm gonna forget her real name. Like
And
it,
I are Ashley Hannah. Yeah,
yeah,
that's it. Yeah. She's
she's
she's a
awesome.
yeah, she is. I miss her.
Yes.
So
So
hopefully she's listening to this and feels the love. There you go.
yes,
Maybe she's one of our listeners. Could happen.
could happen.
Hmm.
All right. So there was a meet this weekend.
Yeah, this
Lifted
weekend coming up.
this well, no, this past weekend. Sorry,
Ah, okay.
we're rusty. There was a meet this past weekend lifting the house. Not going to go through the entire results, but the female best lifter was Jamie Grazier. She had a 336 dots, and the male best lifter was Kyle Cross. He had a 446 dots.
Nice.
So that was cool. Then if we go over the regionals, so regionals happened 2 weekends ago, so like a week and a half ago, and all the regions happened except for Southeast regions, which is coming up in sometime October. So I figured what we'll do, because if it for those that don't know, there are pro cards awarded at the regionals. It's the best lifter for male female open and best lifters for male and female masters, both raw and equipped. But there are minimum dots that you have to hit as well as being best lifter. So anyway, there were how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 pro cards awarded total from those 4 different regional meets. So I figured we'll just go down the list and announce them.
Nice. All right. So congratulations to the female raw open lifters. We had this is the best lifter plus 475 minimum dots. So we have Shandell Yanni with 483 dots, Christina Ryan with 500 dots in the Midwest, and Kelly Schback at 485 dots in the Northeast.
Yep. So those 3 lifters won pro cards. The Southwest regionals, the best lifter did not hit the minimum dots, so they did not quite earn their pro card there. But and the female Raw Masters, the criteria there is a 400 minimum age adjusted dots to earn a pro card. Sally Goldman had a 478 out of the West Regional. Carol Pritchell had a 412 out of the Midwest, and Diane Wamsley had a 439 out of the Northeast. So those three earned their pro card for their female masters division.
Awesome. And for male Raw Open, which is best lifter plus 500 minimum dots for the pro card, we have Lee Seeley with 429 dots from the West region.
529.
Did I not say 529?
You
What did I
said
say?
429.
Oh, boy. Sorry, Lee, 529. Zeke Jones had a 510 dots, and he's in the Midwest region. Jonathan Carlisle with 538 dots from the Southwest region. And Greg Noma with 524 dots in the Northeast.
Yep. The men's Raw Masters, the criteria is best lifter at your regionals plus a 425 minimum age adjusted dots. Perry Bassett had a 458 from the West region. Steve Johnson had a 437 from the Midwest. Edgar Drake had a 433 from the Southwest. And John Wildrick had a 425 from the Northeast. So I think so. I don't know this for fact, but I feel like John knew exactly what he had to do to get the pro card because he literally had the exact number you needed to earn the pro card, and he was the best lifter. So I feel like he was probably coasting a little bit and just doing what he had to do minimum to hit the pro card. So
Right.
congrats to them.
Nice. And we only have one male-equipped masters lifter who got his pro card. It was best lifter plus 425 minimum age dots. And this is Gary Pamplin with 589 age dots. So
Yeah,
well past that minimum in the
yeah.
Southwest.
Gary was the Pro Series champion a couple years in a row, and then he's obviously renewing here. But I talked to him at Equip Nationals, and he said he's basically just doing every meet because he doesn't know exactly what the criteria are to qualify for different meets, so he's just doing them all. I'm like, well, that's one way to cover your bases.
All right, that's something.
Yeah, and then we had a couple honorable mentions I wanted to list. So Duncan Beck, he lifted in the Midwest region. He was 83 years old and lifted in the equipped division. Didn't hit the minimum dots to earn a pro card, but 83 years old definitely deserves a shout out. So wanted to mention him. And then Leticia DeSantis lifted in the Southwest region, and she was just 5 age adjusted dots short of a pro card. So she had a 395 age adjusted dots, and she needed a 400 to get the pro card. But she was the best lifter, but just short of that minimum. So those two kind of stood out as right on the verge there, or real impressive. So wanted to mention those.
Yeah, I mean, 83. If you're lifting at 83
Yeah,
in a meet or not,
yeah, you're
yes,
awesome.
absolutely. So Southeast Regionals is coming up. It's sold out completely. That's coming up on the 18th and 19th of October in Florence, South Carolina.
Who
And we,
predicted it would sell out on the last episode of the podcast?
that would be you.
Oh yeah, how about
Yeah,
that?
yeah, that's it. Yeah. So we were able to get 6 lifters in. Hopefully there weren't any that didn't get in because they didn't heed your voice of wisdom. So we have Taylor Smith, Stacy Metcalf, Gwen Cook, Victoria Howell, Kevin Cregan, and William Ruff, all lifting from Team Rohr at Southeast Regionals.
William is kind of our step lifter, stepchild. Being that we coached him for a long time, but he does his own programming now, or so we don't do his programming, but we still coach him at the meets. So
Nice.
he's kind of our we you know
He's
we
an
claim him,
extra
but he's not technically ours all the time.
bonus lifter.
Bonus lifter, yeah.
Yes.
So cool. There are some upcoming meets in Georgia that just popped up on the calendar. The one that's been there is the Ladies of Power. It's November 1st in Smyrna, Georgia. It's capped at 45 lifters. Currently, there's 34 registered. The website closes says that it closes on September 15th, was a couple days ago, but it appears that the registration is still open. So if you're trying to get into that, and it's funny, I actually talked to a few lifters recently that said they were doing it, and when I looked at it today, they're not on the roster. So um, you need to get signed up or email the meet director if it's not letting you register because technically we are past the registration deadline. Anyway,
Right.
let's see. We also have the USA Powerlifting Holiday Havoc, which just popped up with the calendar December 6th in Lawrenceville. And then following day is the USA Powerlifting Rookie Rally on December 7th at the same venue. So that would be a good meet to end out the year, especially if you're a first time lifter wanting to get into powerlifting. That rookie rally is always a fun meet. And then February 14th and 15th is the Georgia State Championship, which is in Dalton, Georgia this year. So uh, quite a few good meets coming up, and I would suggest signing up for those.
Nice. All right. Well, and I also see that we have IDFPA's Bench Worlds coming up in Albany, New York. Boy, that would be like, yeah, I'm going to Bench Worlds. Oh, it's in Albany.
Yeah, I've never been,
Sorry.
but I'm not. Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, sure. I'm sure it's an amazing place.
yeah, but
In November,
yeah. Anyway,
upstate New York. Sorry.
yeah, the reason we're mentioning it now because it's still ways away, but the roster just got put online, so you can go to the IDFPA website and look at the roster. We have two Team Rohr lifters that are competing there, Laura Sterland and Molly Walker. And then same thing with the IDFPA Open and Masters Worlds. The roster just popped up online too. We actually have seven lifters competing there: Kevin Cregan, Gwen Cook, Amy Pancake, Laura Sterland, Katie Dodge, Elaine Ostrander, and Joe House. So
Sweet.
that's in South Korea.
Yeah, right. So all those people going to South Korea. And Josh, where are you going to be?
I will be at home.
That's so sad.
I so bad want to go, but I just cannot be away from the girls and hope that long right
Yeah,
now. So
that's a big ask. Yeah.
yeah.
So,
So
wah, wah, wah.
yeah. The only other time I missed a world meet that I was supposed to go to was well, you actually missed it too. You didn't go to Masters Worlds and came to my wedding instead, right? Wasn't that the same weekend?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. And then every time after that, Masters Worlds would come up and he'd be like,
Yeah,
well,
and
I can't. It's my
it's my anniversary.
anniversary.
Yeah, so definitely didn't think that one through. Um I'm like, oh, it's just this year it's my wedding. Well, guess what? Every year after that is an anniversary. So
Yes. And how to find yourself in the doghouse by not
yeah,
being around on your anniversary.
right. But yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Anyway,
Anyway,
so we'll move on. Here's a powerlifting situation. Are you ready?
I
Boom,
am
boom.
ready.
Okay. So you get two white lights on your squat, but the side judge red lights you for your depth. Do you change anything for your next attempt?
Yes, I think you squat a little bit lower because odds are the other side ref who may have thought it was close, whatever, or just didn't know, they just didn't see it or whatever. But if they see a
Mm,
red light from the other side, they're going to be extra looking next time. Um, I think just
yes.
to make sure that they're really paying attention because maybe in their mind they missed it. Um, and maybe it was fine. Maybe your hips are a little bit off, so one side was lower. But I think
Right.
anytime a red light pops up on the lights, I think there's an extra sense of like, especially if, as a referee, if you gave a white, like, and this probably shouldn't be the case, but like for me, I know if I see somebody else give a red, I'm like running through my mind, okay, what did I miss? What did I miss? Like,
Right.
and
Did
of
I?
course, of course, I don't miss anything. So
Of
it's
course not. No. No, no.
just just thoughts I have, not
Well,
yours.
and I've heard various people talking about like the head ref, like looking straight on, doesn't really have a great view of depth, but sometimes I think that they still call depth.
Oh, I think you can call
So,
depth from the front. I've
eh,
called depth from the front. Like it depends. Not every lifter, but a lot of lifters, the way they stand, you can see depth. So
mm,
I'm fine with people calling it from the front. But I
mm,
guess the thing is like here's the other thing that sometimes happens is like a lifter will squat like super deep on their first squat, and then it's like 2 inches below parallel, and then they squat like an inch below parallel on their second, and sometimes like newer referees will red light it because they're like, oh, it was higher. Well, higher doesn't matter. If it still meets the criteria, it's still good. So,
right.
I think if you are already walking the line and you got 2-1, I think you better go a little bit lower because you're going to be under a microscope on the next one.
Yeah.
So that's what I would
Well,
say.
I disagree with you that you can see depth from the front. Personally, maybe it's because I'm short and I can't see much for angles if I was sitting down being a ref, but I don't think you can really judge depth very well from the unless it's really obvious from the front. That that's me.
So I'll give you an example. So how about lifters that have a real wide stance that you can actually see both the hip crease and the knee very clearly from the front, sometimes even more so than
Mhm.
the side.
True. Yeah,
So
because wide stance on the side is difficult sometimes.
yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, sometimes. All right.
All right. I accept your apology.
Nice. All right, we're gonna move right on.
No, so I just going back to that though. I mean, I agree. There's some that you can't tell. So
Yeah.
like a ref should never call depth if they legit can't tell. Like that's in the rules. Like you don't guess. You don't
Right.
think or if it's ugly, like you don't give a red light because it's ugly if it meets the criteria, or if you're not sure if it meets the criteria, the tie goes to the runner. So
Mm,
you give them a benefit of the doubt. You only
right.
throw a red if you know that there was an infraction.
Right.
So.
Yeah. But I'd still say that 90% you can't change, can't judge. But we'll just move on.
Okay. I'll let you have the last word there.
Okay. All right, new lifter tip is to progress slowly and consistently. Avoid chasing maxes every week. Stick to a structured program with gradual increases in weight and volume. Small, steady progress compounds over time.
Yep.
Absolutely. I think I remember at one point like picking up some old training records that were actually in paper, and like a year later finding them. I was cleaning out some desk and I was just like, oh, huh, wow, I have gotten better. So I mean, sometimes you don't see it, you don't feel it.
Yeah, and there's a lot to be said too about managing expectations, but managing like the big picture because yeah, so like for example, how I program, like especially with newbie lifters, like we could program a lot more aggressively and get a lot stronger, a lot faster, even though you're still getting newbie gains. But what happens is a lot of
Mm.
times connective tissues and things like that, they don't develop as fast. They don't progress. They don't, I guess, what's the word I'm looking
Adapt.
for? Adapt as fast. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
So a lot of times in the short term, it may look better on paper, but then you start developing these little injuries. Well, why are those injuries happen? Well, it's because you got a little bit too carried away with how you're
Mm.
training, and I think that's even advanced lifters. Sometimes they just think more is better, so they just add on more, and sometimes the body just can't handle that. Sometimes less is more. So, yeah, I think being very methodical in how you approach training and progression is important.
Mhm.
And maxing out every week obviously is not the answer. I think we all know that in our hearts, even though we want to do it every week. But yeah, just managing how you progress and looking at the big picture, not the short term.
Yeah, totally agree. I mean, consistency is much more key for long-term gains than going after everything hard. And ego lifting is often a default that is probably better avoided, but we all go there sometimes.
Yeah, we do.
It happens.
It happens. Yep.
And sometimes you're feeling spicy and you're like, wow, I feel really good. I should just max this bitch out today. But yeah, not always a great idea.
Yeah, but I guess the counter argument to that, and again, yeah, and I've done this a million times, so like I'm acting like I'd never have done it. But if you feel really great that day and you max out, that obviously taps into your reserves for the next week. But what if you did your prescribed training and it was way easier than you thought it was going to be, and then you go into the next week like probably feeling even better because it taxed you less than you thought, and then you have another great week, so it kind of compounds.
Mm,
So taking those short term, uh I don't know what the word is. Why I'm losing all my words. The short term glory uh
mm,
sometimes is it actually it's short sighted, and it can slow down your overall progress.
yep. Uh,
Yep.
I'll let you have the last word on that one.
Cool.
You're like, I like having the last word.
Yeah.
Yes. So, Josh, what are you lifting to these days? Are you lifting
What
at all?
uh
What's your music choice for lifting?
I can't believe I'm going to tell this on here, but my music, what did you ask what my music is?
Yes.
I hurt myself today. Johnny
Uh,
Cash. So I was walking home from the park with the girls like 2 weeks ago, and my left knee started kind of feeling a little funny. No big deal. Aches and pains happen. And then my left quad like cramped up real bad. So I'm like, ah, dang it. So I'm like massaging it out a little bit, walk the rest of the way home. Next morning I'm sore, but nothing crazy. I go play pickleball. And then the next morning, my left hip is just like jacked. Like I can't even walk. And I've literally been limping for the last like week and a half. Went to the chiropractor last week. It helped a little bit. I'm going
mhm.
back tomorrow. Yeah, from walking.
Mm. Was it walking or was it pickleball?
Well,
Or was it,
it was probably a combination of both, but it really started from walking.
well,
So, moral of the story: don't
don't
walk,
walk.
don't do cardio.
Oh,
Oh
well,
man.
yeah. I mean, you were walking probably with a stroller,
Yeah,
so not
both
even like,
girls in the stroller, but it wasn't. It was
nothing
definitely
crazy.
a fluke thing. Yeah, nothing. I didn't like fall off a
Mm,
curb or do anything stupid. It was just literally walking. So yeah, but I think my
yeah,
hip's just out of place. Like I'll get it jacked back in place and it'll be fine.
right.
And I've been doing all the
Getting
soft
old.
tissue stuff like the Theragun and stretching and all that stuff, and it's just not
Yeah,
responding.
yeah.
So anyway, that's I wasn't planning to mention that here, but you asked, and that that literally is a song I played like just I didn't even play for anybody
Mm,
else. I just played it the other day because it like related.
nice, nice. We joined a new gym over here. Um and so we canceled our Planet Fitness memberships because the lameness was ratcheting up. The amount of like there's no barbell at the Planet Fitness we were at. So we were able to, like do dumbbells and machines only. And it was just getting to the point where like, all right, no. So we joined up another gym and it's actually pretty legit. They've got, some really nice equipment, machines and barbells. And people that there are a little bit more lifter friendly, perhaps. And got good music, I gotta say. So I've been benching and deadlifting, a little bit of squatting. No, I'm not coming back to do any type of thing like that. But it was funny. I was doing a stair climber, and I could hear someone behind me talking about commands at a meet, and I was like, "Huh."
Yeah, yeah, shit like that's what like catches my attention. Like I can't hear anything or I forget anything anybody ever says, but if I hear anything like powerlifting related, I'm like, what? Clear
Right,
on the other
right.
side of the room.
Wait, are you doing a meet?
Yeah.
You say powerlifting? Like, and yeah, she was doing a meet. She had done some meets and been competing for a little bit, and was getting over an injury. And I asked her why she wasn't at regionals, but you know,
And the answer was,
she was getting over an injury, so
oh,
I can understand that. But
yeah.
yeah, but it's kind of nice to be back to doing some barbell work and deadlifting and benching.
Yeah.
Although, man, in every commercial gym I go to bench with, except for at Quest, some of the racks are just so lame. Like, and I have such short arms that I either have to take the bar like off my chin at the lowest one or try to get it from the one that I can't really even reach, and then I lose all my positioning. So I
Yeah.
have to have Dan hand me the bar even when it's super light because I can't reach it.
Yeah. I mean, that's a good problem
But
to have. It's just you gotta,
Cadillac
yeah.
problems.
Cadillac problems.
Cadillac problems. It means you know, not not third world problems, These are first
Got
world
it.
problems here.
Got
Yeah.
it. Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, I'm just happy enough to still be lifting in any capacity, not be injured, feel good.
Yeah.
And okay, here's my confession.
Yeah. Let's hear it.
I started taking a class because I thought it would be kind of just interesting. And I've always been like, man, that looks like it takes an incredible amount of strength. And I don't know, just looks kind of cool. Can you guess what type of class?
You took a pole dancing class.
Yes.
Are you serious? I'm just making
Yes.
it up.
No, no, no. So I started taking pole dancing classes, and not because, I'm trying to be a stripper or trying to, have a second income on any type of thing, because I'd probably go broke anyway. But it's super fun, and it requires a lot of strength. And there was some things that, they were showing the first class, and they're like, you probably can't do this right now, but go ahead and, do this and pull up your legs. And I was like, okay, like this. And they're like, oh, you've got some good base strength. And I'm like, well, I should, I hope, still. So there's some stuff that I'm learning, and it's kind of fun, and it makes me sore in weird ways, and it really does take a lot of strength and coordination, and it's kind of fun.
Hmm,
So
awesome.
yeah, so I'm not gonna post anything, and but yeah, having fun with fitness and doing something that you like is important because, man, sometimes I've been going to the gym and I'm like, this still feels like a part-time job. I'm still burnt
Yeah.
out from years ago. So, like, to be able to do things that are strength related without having to touch a barbell or a dumbbell is pretty cool.
Yeah.
So,
Agreed.
yeah,
Yep. That's why I've been getting into pickleball.
because it takes strength.
No, just because that's fun and it's
Exactly.
doing something. I have been
Yeah.
lifting though. I've been doing
Yeah.
basically like dips and pull-ups is kind of what I do in my basement.
Yeah.
Some good
Nice.
mornings here and there.
Yep, range of motion. Because, the thing that's going to keep us out of the nursing home, Josh, is muscle mass.
Yep.
Because my kids aren't going to take care of me.
Yeah.
Maybe yours will take care of you, but mine, nope, they're going to be moving on. So,
So we were just talking about that the other day. So like let's see, I'm 42 now. When Ella graduates high school, I will be 60.
oof,
That's rough.
yeah, that's rough.
Yeah. Didn't really think that one
So,
through.
well, that just means you're going to have to keep yourself in good shape
Yep.
because,
True.
yeah, that's life. All right, Josh, well, let's wrap it up.
I got one more thing.
Okay.
I just thought of Elmore turned 50 a couple days ago, so he is officially an M2. So there's a high probability that he will compete as an M2 before I compete as an M1.
Wow. That is
Yes.
pretty sad
Yeah.
because you've been M1 for a little bit.
Or we can maybe try to do the same meet. I haven't ruled out a comeback here. I just gotta
Mm.
quit walking to the park.
I don't think that's the answer actually, but
Well,
yeah.
it's a small part in the big picture of my
Mm.
life.
Yeah, there you go. All
Yeah.
right, well, welcome to M2's Chris Elmore.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for
I
sure.
mean, it's a blessing to continue to get older. Because what's the alternative?
Okay, bye.
There's I always have to go somewhere dark. Sorry. All right.
All
Well,
right.
until next time.
Yep, sounds good. Good seeing
All
you.
right. Good seeing you too.
Thank you for listening, everybody. Later.
Bye now.
Thank you so much for listening. If you enjoyed today's episode of the Powerlifting and Power Ballads podcast, please remember to subscribe and share it with your friends.